Coming up, old school EQ tunes get a modern update. How you'd play EQ if it came out in 1989 instead of 1999. And we give you 2 players in real life for the price of 1. It's like double XP for the EverQuest Show.
Celebrate life and get excited about good times and good living. Come on, shout it out. Hey! Take it up, take it over, take it out of control. Today I'm freeing my soul and now you got me singing. Oh, hey!
It's episode 6 of the EverQuest Show, and we're still reeling from the huge news drop of the last episode. If you missed it, make sure you go check it out and continue to support the EverQuest Show by clicking subscribe. Fall bonuses have already started in EverQuest. We have double rares and double faction. Those began in early September, and they're going to go all the way until September 24th. The next set of fall bonuses will start then, but no update on what they'll be. In EverQuest II, prelude events for the next expansion, they're already underway. The events went live on September 6th and are being called Mythic Passage. The Deepwater Circle is working hard to empower the Combine Spires under the direction of the Duality. There are adventure and trade skill quests for all levels, and some aimed specifically at level 110. The events will end when EverQuest II's expansion launches, but we don't have a date on when that will be. Did you ever want to get that old school EverQuest music in your favorite music service? Well, now you can. Some remastered versions of the original EverQuest MIDI music is now available on a wide variety of musical outlets. They include Amazon, iTunes, Google Play, and Spotify. In all, 24 songs are included in the full EverQuest soundtrack, with possibly more to come. They include the original EverQuest theme, merchant music, and a lot of the old favorites from the original game. Take a listen. The individual songs are 99 cents each, but you can purchase the entire soundtrack for just under 10 bucks. I want you to imagine a time before EverQuest. Now imagine a time before the internet.
Can you explain what internet is?
Before computers.
Well, it's very hip to be on the internet right now.
In those dark times, Dungeons & Dragons was born.
Use your lightning bolt.
EverQuest built upon that foundation, wanting to play a Dungeons & Dragons type role-playing game, but having the computer handle all the dice rolls, hit point calculations, character information. But for those that really want to see Norath in a pen and paper version and roll a d20, there's the EverQuest pen and paper game. In 2002 to 2004, EverQuest was enjoying the height of its popularity. The intellectual property was in everything. The expansion list was growing, a sequel was coming out, there were console games, and even real-time strategy games that we covered right here on the EverQuest Show, by the way. And then someone thought it would be a good idea to take EverQuest and adapt it back into a pen and paper version. Now don't get me wrong, I love these books. They've got tons of information, tons of lore, although not all of it is canon, plenty of illustrations, many in full color, as well as tons of creature details, and I love pen and paper, but it's a tough sell on these. Adapting EverQuest's 50 base levels to the standard 30 of RPGs and sort of adapting the D20 mechanics but also having mana costs, it's just clunky. But just like any role-playing game, like in Dungeons & Dragons, you have your core set of books. We have a player's guide, a game master's guide, and a monster manual. Monsters of Norath is what it's called. Now if you're going after these for your EverQuest collection, start here with the core books. They have some beautiful illustrations, full color in the first 3 set of books. There's some great story and lore, and they're just fun to thumb through. After that, there's the Luckland set and several Realms of Norath books detailing adventures set in places like the Feydark, Everfrost, or Solus XI. Altogether, there were 15 books for the EverQuest role-playing game, and 2 for the ill-fated EverQuest II version that didn't really see much traction. There was even a Temple of Solasek Row book that mainly had quests, just like the Zone, and it even came with a mini Dungeon Master screen that had all of the stats along with it. It's got all kinds of cool information on the back side if you wanted to be a GM, mana recovery, for example, actions in combat, weight limits. But why do you need all of this? EverQuest handles all of this. It's not a bookkeeping simulation. Now, don't let my dislike of the RPG discourage you from getting these books. If you're an EverQuest collector or an EverQuest fan, I highly recommend you get these. They're fun to look through, they're a great read, and you can usually find them pretty cheap at an online auction site like eBay, or check your local game store. Sometimes they have some used book sections or even a used bookstore as well. Occasionally you can pick up a few at a very discounted price, but don't expect your normal tabletop game to skip out on their 5th edition in favor of the EverQuest RPG. You can find a complete list of all of the EverQuest RPGs. I've posted it on EverQuestShow.com. Now, for an upcoming episode I want to do on raiding, I'm looking for raiders, and I'm talking top-end, bleeding-edge poop sock raiders. I've had many responses, but I came across a unique couple, a unique team of raiders, a married team. They actually met in the game, and they ended up getting married in real life.
Where do you want? Ecclesiastic?
All DPS at Ecclesiastic. We got spiders pretty soon. When you guys are coming back, yeah, we have jobs, but we met on the game, we play the game, we had a lot of things in common. Medros, I'm a paladin on Khazak-Thul.
I play Markel, a magician on Khazak-Thul.
I started raid leading after I got out of the military, kind of just forced my way into it, and that started the whole raid leading thing. And then we found out, holy cow, she was a heck of a magician.
He's a paladin, so he's got that lovely undead DPS.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of late nights and just sort of got to know each other, and he is
I was very oblivious.
He's a fairly charismatic person.
Right.
That whole like alpha male, I am guild leader, hear me roar.
Actually, it looks like I'll be tanking Oblate.
It was very sneaky. Nobody wants to be the DKP officer, so that's pretty like good in.
Wheedled her way into the leadership crew as the DKP officer, and shortly after that, it turned into meeting in real life.
Going to be driving through Pittsburgh. Why don't we go to dinner and see if what is online exists in real life?
Oh, she's beautiful. It was really easy to fall for her, and it was nice to meet somebody who played. I had girlfriends who didn't play, and it was always a, "You're still playing?" Well, of course I'm still playing. It's EverQuest. But it was like a leap of faith because, you know, I knew that this was the one. She grew up on a farm. I grew up in a place where it was farmed.
We are on a family farm that's been in my family for 40 years. And we're slowly introducing farm life. Hi, babies. We have some chickens. I'm trying to turn this lovely city boy into a farmer.
Yeah, that's about as close as I'm going to go.
Oh, come on, you wimp. We have honeybees. Hopefully next year we'll have a really good honey production, but so far this year we've got about 30 pounds.
That's Christmas gifts, birthday gifts. We don't have to go buy gifts anymore. Here's your jar of honey for Christmas. Here's your carton of eggs, and people go nuts. They love it. She tells me sometimes don't use my raid leader voice because
He'll use his raid leader voice in real life, and I'm like, this is not a raid. Oh, husband. Aw, do we have to act like we like each other?
We do.
Aw.
And I'm still looking for raiders, hardcore raiders that want to talk about that end of the game and everything that goes along with it. You can contact me by going to EverQuestShow.com and clicking on Contact. It's another episode in the books, but I've got some really big things in store for upcoming episodes. Now, I can't give away specifically what they are just yet, but you're going to want to see them. So make sure you go and click subscribe. That way you'll know exactly when the next episode or new content is posted. And as always, comment in the comments section. I want to hear from you. Thanks for watching. There are adventure and trade skill.
Markel, and I'm looking at the camera on Khazak-Thul. I know.
There are adventure and trade skill.
I think you should just say that it was like your previous guild. Don't want to like name drop.
Yeah.
There are adventure and trade skill quests. Trade skill quests.
Hopefully the dog will pee on everything.